Hi, my name is Ellen Namatai Khama, originally from Zimbabwe. Uh, I am a mother to three, two boys and a little girl in heaven. Um, so yeah, I'm risk and compliance and I work in insurance. I've had two miscarriages and one stillbirth. All between my two children. I've got a 12-year-old and a 3-year-old. So in between them is where everything happened. The stillbirths, I think I rationalized it because it was before the 3-month mark. But with the stillborn, it was hard because we were nearing the end and hopefully having a little girl around the house. What happened? I had preeclampsia. So my preeclampsia, I initially had a miscarriage. Then I fell pregnant immediately after a DNC. And I think my body just thought it was continuing with the pregnancy. And then I got preeclampsia pretty early in the pregnancy, around 20 weeks. And yeah, it was painful. Yeah, I think that's how I'll round it off. So I'm originally from Zimbabwe. I'm Shona, married to a Sutu, so different cultures really. My culture, Shona, is quite different from my husband's. I think it's different when you have family around, very close by. So you will constantly be having support. I did not have that. It was just me and my husband. So just not having, when you're crying and when you cry, when you finish crying, there is no sister coming by to say, how are you today? Yes, technology bridges the gap, but it's different from a hug. So in my case, dealing with the grief has been a long journey. Initially, it was not again. After two miscarriages, I'm like, okay, this is probably the time I'm actually going to have a baby, and you're going not again. But then during the process, because I also fully understood my husband was grieving, it was easier for me to grieve. And he fully understood what I was going through. I fully understood what he was going through, and we're there for each other. And that kind of helped me a lot in my grieving process. Over time, yeah, you end up accepting that that's what you've been given. I had one child then, and I was okay having a one and only. But yeah, you walk into the mall and you see a little girl, like pretty little slippers and a pretty dress. You look at them and you think, oh, she could have been 3 today. You walk into the shops, you're buying shoes. So there are those little triggers. January for me and starting school of late has been a trigger every single year because she would have been in year 3 this year. So it's quite a trigger when you're like going, oh, like, what, she could actually be in year 3 now. And then your brain just starts going, okay, what could we have been doing? But over the years, I have realized that the pain doesn't go away and the emptiness doesn't go away. But I have to be present in the moment to love the children that I have. So we ended up having a special little COVID baby that came by total surprise in COVID. And yeah, I was scared through that whole pregnancy that I was going to lose him because I had lost. And my story was now of loss. And in this moment, I won. And he has kind of buffered the pain. Those kind of taboo topics.
Yeah.
In so many cultures. So many people don't talk about losing children and the stigma behind it and everything else. And then what it does is it isolates the woman who is grieving, that they don't know who to reach out to unless they know a Namatai who's gone through it and is willing to talk about it. But I, for one, in my community, I did not get any older woman reach out to me who had walked through it. But you can't tell me there's no one else who had walked through it. But it's just that if we continually talk about it, put it out there that, you know what, one in every whatever number it is will be stillborn, whatever number it is, putting it out there and people getting to understand that it is part of the pregnancy journey. You could be the mother behind the grief. So I think for me, then it will make her better because yeah, you don't want to be in pain alone.